If your child is constantly whining, throwing tantrums, or ignoring your instructions, it's not that they're bad kids. It's that they haven't been taught the skills they actually need. And before they turn 12, there are 6 critical skills you need to start building now. Stay with me, because what you teach them today will shape how they handle life as teenagers and adults. And I promise, by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools you can start using today. So let's dive in. Skill number 1, effective communication. Your kids need to learn how to express themselves without whining, yelling, or completely shutting down. And no, this doesn't happen magically when they turn 18. It's something you have to teach, intentionally. So start by teaching them respectful phrases they can actually use. Things like, "Can I explain my side?" Or "I don't agree, can we talk about it?" Now here's the catch. And this is huge. You have to model it yourself. If you're always yelling, shutting down, or throwing out the classic, "because I said so," that's exactly what they're going to copy. Kids don't do what we say, they do what we do. Instead, try saying something like, "I don't agree with that idea, but I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Let's work together to find something we can both agree on." See how that sounds? You're disagreeing, but you're still respectful. You're showing them that it's okay to have different opinions, and that you can talk through things calmly. And here's the fun part. Use role play to practice this skill. Not during the tantrum. Definitely not when everyone's exhausted, but when things are calm. Make it like a game. Act out little scenarios together. Pretend you say no, and let them practice asking nicely. Keep it simple, keep it fun, and praise them when they get it right. Say something like, "I love how you said that calmly without shouting." And you know what happens when they learn to speak up calmly? They start listening better. They argue less. And you don't have to yell just to get their attention anymore. Win-win. Skill number 2, managing big emotions. Your kids need to know what to do when they feel angry, frustrated, or completely overwhelmed, instead of hitting, yelling, or throwing things. Teach them simple strategies to calm down. Deep breaths, counting to 10, or taking a quick break. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just give them something they can actually do in the moment. And just like with communication, model it yourself. When you feel your own anger rising, pause and show them how you calm down too. Say it out loud. "I'm really frustrated right now, so I'm going to take a few deep breaths before I talk." The more they see you handle emotions calmly, the more they'll learn to do the same. You're literally wiring their brain to manage stress in a healthy way. Not sure where to start? I've created a free emotional regulation worksheet. It's packed with tools to help you and your child recognize, name, and manage those big emotions in a healthy way. The link is in the description, go grab it. Skill number 3, problem solving. Kids need to learn how to solve everyday problems without blaming, whining, or just giving up. Show them how to break a problem into steps. For example, if their toy breaks, you might say, "Okay, your toy broke. What can we do? Can we fix it, ask for help, or find another way to play?" Keep it simple and guide them through it. Over time, they'll learn to think it through before reacting. And honestly, this is one of the most valuable skills they'll ever have. Because life is basically just one problem after another. The sooner they learn to handle it, the better off they'll be. Skill number 4, taking responsibility. Are you tired of reminding your child to do the same thing every single day? Brush your teeth, pack your bag, do your homework. Here's the truth. That's not just disobedience. It's a sign they're still developing something really important, internal motivation, or what I like to call self-leadership. They're still learning how to take full responsibility for their time and tasks. So what can we do? Let them lead. Give them room to make choices and learn from the outcome. Your kids need to understand that every action has a consequence, whether positive or negative. For example, you might say, "You're in charge of packing your school bag tonight. If you forget something, you'll have to manage without it at school tomorrow." This shifts the responsibility to them where it belongs. And yes, they might forget something. And yes, that might be uncomfortable. But that's how they learn. And as always, model what you want to see. Let your child hear you practice self-leadership out loud. Say something like, "I don't always feel like doing laundry, but I know it's part of taking care of our home. So I'm choosing to get it done now. That's powerful. Because you're not demanding perfection. You're modeling what it looks like to take responsibility, even when it's hard or inconvenient. And here's the truth. They're watching more than you think. Skill number 5. Following instructions. Your kids need to learn how to listen the first time, not after being told 5 times. But here's the thing. Most kids aren't resistant on purpose. They simply haven't learned how to listen, process, and follow instructions. Following instructions is a skill, just like reading or tying their shoes. So instead of repeating yourself louder, try slowing down and teaching them the steps. You could say, let's practice what it looks like to follow instructions. First you listen. Second you say okay. And then you follow through. When they forget or push back, don't jump straight to punishment. Instead, pause and say, what's the first thing we do when someone gives an instruction? And remember, model it in everyday life. Nod, make eye contact, and repeat back what you heard when someone gives you an instruction. For example, oh, Dad asked me to grab the keys. Got it, I'll do that now. They're not just watching you complete a task. They're learning what respectful, responsive behavior looks like. Here's a quick tip. When your child follows instructions right away, even if it's something small, praise them immediately. Say something like, wow, you listened the first time. That was really helpful. I appreciate you doing it so quickly. That little moment of praise goes a long way. Because when kids feel noticed for getting it right, they're way more likely to do it again. And finally, skill number 6, resolving conflicts. Kids need to know how to handle disagreements without yelling, hitting, or storming off. Are your kids fighting over every little thing? Siblings arguing constantly? Breathe. Conflict is normal. But how we respond, that's what teaches them how to handle it next time. Teach them to use calm words, listen to the other person, and find a fair solution together. Practice this through simple role play, and remind them often. It takes time, but it works. And here's a fun fact. Research shows that kids who learn conflict resolution skills early are more likely to have healthy friendships, better romantic relationships, and even more success in their careers later on. So you're not just stopping the sibling fights. You're setting them up for life. Alright, let's do a quick recap. 1. Teach effective communication and model it yourself. 2. Help them manage big emotions with simple, practical tools. 3. Guide them through problem-solving step by step. 4. Let them take responsibility and learn from the outcomes. 5. Teach them to follow instructions the first time. And 6. Show them how to resolve conflicts calmly and fairly. These 6 skills are non-negotiable if you want to raise confident, capable, emotionally intelligent kids. And the best part? You can start teaching them today, no matter how old your child is right now. So here's my question for you. Which of these 6 skills are you most excited to try first with your child? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how it goes in your home. Now you might be wondering, what do I do when my child still doesn't follow through, even after I've taught the skills? That's where positive consequences come in, the kind that teach, not punish. I've got a whole video on that, so make sure you check it out next. I'll link it right here. If this video helped you, go ahead and hit that like button. Share it with another parent who needs to hear this, and subscribe if you want more practical parenting tips. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.